Or she could sponsor us in the meantime.
Free of charge.
I see your audience numbers getting on 10,000, what I'm seeing.
I'm sorry, say that again. You cut out.
I'm seeing your listener getting, I'm seeing like a 10,000 is the number.
Yeah, I think we're already past 10,000.
Yeah.
You passed? Okay, cool. So 10,000. 10,000 might be dollars then. You were just talking about money. I see a 10,000.
A month.
I'll take
say a
that.
month. Say a month.
Dollars, yeah, that'd be really.
Do you see a month on the calendar?
I feel like you have one or two heavy duty sponsors coming up. Sponsorships that will be available to you that will really help with that. And then, this is the 21st century, so look for alternative ways to monetize your podcast with that kind of listenership. Have you ever heard of a site called Patreon? And this is not psychic stuff, but this is so cool. It's Patreon. And what it does is it matches patrons with artists, and they have a section for podcasts. And it's like crowdfunding, but it's a monthly subscription. So people donate per month, and they get something like, I don't know, they get a t-shirt or a mention or something like that. Go check that out. Because if you have that kind of listener base, that might be something that you could pitch to your listener base, and you might get some donations and some support that way.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Did you get that right?
Yeah, I did. It's it says start your page and get paychecks from your fans.
Huh.
So
that will be done very shortly.
Yeah.
Good.
Patreon. Patreon, you said, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, real quick, I'm going to be selfish for a minute. Since you finished with me and maybe you're still connected to me a little bit, do you feel like there's anybody that has a message for me?
Hang on.
This is my
there's a being showing up behind you, and were you the one who was afraid of the dark robe? Was it Mike?
I was the one who said that if I saw someone in a dark robe walking around me, I would think it was the Grim Reaper. Yes.
Okay, so I'm really seeing this being show up behind you, and this being is hilarious. Okay, so this being is trying to inject some humor into your life, which you could really use, Mike, to just take things a little less seriously. So he's showing up, and he's showing up in a dark flowing robe, and his face looks like, death. Like he's got a skeleton face. And I'm cracking up because he's showing up that way because you said something. And I didn't know which one of you said that earlier. So it's like...
It was me that said it. It was me that said it.
But he's showing up that way. And now he's standing behind you, and he's got two hands on your shoulders. Okay, he's got one hand on your shoulder. And this is not a scary dude. This is your main man. This is your spirit guide. It's masculine. And he's leaning into you, and he's like whispering in your ear. And it's I believe it's your right ear. So pay attention to the voices that you hear. And a lot of times when we're clairaudient, like we have that clear hearing and we hear voices, we shut that down really early in life because, it's sort of not okay to hear voices. You end up, tied up somewhere, so we shut that down really early. But you have an element of clairaudience. You can hear things. So what you need to pay attention to is not so much voices. Like you won't necessarily hear outside voices. You may, but probably not so much. But pay attention to your thought pattern. So you will get messages from him in your right ear about things that you should do, okay, your right side. So it's about what you should be doing and how you should be doing it. And it'll be you-centered thoughts as opposed to I-centered thoughts. So, for example, we're selfish creatures, okay? They're so selfish. When we're thinking about ourselves, we're thinking, I need this, I need that, I want, me. When you notice a thought come into your stream that's you-centered, like, you should do this, or you are this, and it's positive in nature, that's spirit coming through and writing your thought stream. So that's a variation on clairaudience. Do you follow?
Yeah, no, and over the last 6 months to a year, I've had this total inclination to write a book, completely. And I've been writing, and I've been my spare time at work, I've been writing, and it's just a little book about me, and it's more like a journal, but when you read it, it reads like a book. And I've been having something tell me to, and there's a cousin of mine that's been telling me to do it too, but just something's been telling me to write something, write some shit.
Okay, so that's your me. And you need to pay attention to it. And hearing those you-centered thoughts, that's what you need to start writing down. There's something in there for you. There's something in there. And you don't have the total picture of what this is going to be or what this is going to be out, but I feel like there's wisdom coming through you. deep wisdom coming through. And so listen to that, listen to those thoughts, and listen to those urges, because that's the communication. Your guide is really, really close to you. So I can tell how much permission a person gives their spirit guide based on the proximity of how they show themselves to you. So some people, they don't give them any permission and they're kind of like way far out on the periphery. But the more permission you give your spirit guide, the more that they can help you. And I feel like you have a deep, deep understanding of universal guidance. And it's in there. It's from, many times of just understanding and developing this. And you're very solid in that. And so your spirit guide is able to get right up to your ear and to whisper in your ear. And all you need to do is follow the prompts, follow the steps. And that's how your life flowers in front of you.
Wow. Very cool. All right. I'm liking Ingrid.
Right?
I'm so glad.
I had a feeling you would be a huge skeptic.
Yeah. No, I totally came into it with, not a skeptic, because I wouldn't say that, like, I want to believe in it. I really do. Mm-hmm. Like, I want to believe in it, but you see so much bullshit.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot.
You know what I mean? And you watch television programs and you watch these guys do this stuff, and
you're going to have a hard day today.
Man. Yeah.
You're going to have money problems today.
Do you watch cop shows? Because I see crime in your future.
Right. No, you just see a lot of there's a lot of, falsity. But for someone to come to on air and talk to Jessica and say, you don't need me. You don't need me. You've got that vision. That hit me when she said that. It's like, she's not even trying to just get business. She's like, nah, you're good. You don't need me.
So. Oh, man, Ingrid has done readings for me before, and I've had to force money on her. I'm like, let me pay you some money, And literally, and then she's, done ones that I've paid for, but then, like, it doesn't just stop there. I've asked her questions afterwards, and she continues helping me. So it's for her, at least my opinion of it, for her, it's not just about the money at all. I don't think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that's just not, obviously she has to make a living, she has to, whatever, but I really feel like she's in it because she has a gift and she cares, Well,
that's good. So. Let's get, Ingrid, give your information so that any of the listeners that are out there that are interested in this, because I came into it like I was going to give you hell the whole damn time. I really was.
I was a little afraid of that.
I was. I totally came in with that
when
attitude.
You listen to the podcast from the very beginning, you'll see. And I'm going to keep it in there because I want to.
Yeah, when you first listened to this podcast, Ingrid, just that was the intention that I was coming into. I was going to give you a bunch of shit, but everything you've been saying has been pretty solid and pretty right on as far as everybody in here not knowing anybody and all that stuff. But yeah, so good. Give your information so that anybody that wants to contact you or earn some business here.
That'd be really cool. So my website is ingridhturner.com. That's INGRIDH as in healing Turner, TURNER.com. And I always love for people who are interested in the melding of the spiritual and the psychic to join my Facebook group. It's called Living in Partnership with Spirit. So, and I have a podcast with the same name too. And if you join that group, you'll get information on that as well. So you just pop that in, plug that into Facebook search and it'll pop right up. It's Living in Partnership with Spirit. And Jess, thank you so much for your kind words. I so appreciate that. And you're right. I don't just do it for the money. I do, and I do have to make a living. And the reason I have to make a living is because I really cannot do anything else. I come from a tech marketing background. I was living in Southern California, working for a technology company, running their marketing department. And it's like I had it cracking open and I could not do anything else. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I really have no choice in the matter.
In the tech business, that would be a power surge. Bad joke.
Yeah. I liked it. That was good. I'm going to steal that.
So I'll throw this out there, and I don't know if you'd even be willing, but maybe we can have you on like once a month to kind of do the same thing you did with us, but with our guests that we have on. What would you think?
Oh, fun. Oh, I love that. That sounds like the best thing ever. Yes, definitely.
And it's an opportunity for you to plug your Facebook and your website and all that stuff, and potentially earn more and more business through us. And I think it'd be a cool little partnership. I think that's neat.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Oh, Yeah, for
I just
sure.
sent
Oh
you.
my gosh, that'd be so fun.
This is very strange. Apparently, some time ago, I had sent you a request to join the group of Living in Partnership with Spirit, and I have not heard from you for a long time. You have not accepted me into the group. So what I did was I just canceled my request and then sent a new one. And it is Dropkick Mike, and he has requested your friendship, or you're allowing him into the group. And
I'll do mine after.
I promise if I come into your group, I will stand in the center and I will accept all accolades.
And take leadership.
Good, do it. That's great. Awesome. Well, I'm thrilled to be the crowd where you step into the center. Wonderful.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We're going to talk a little bit after we let you go because I know you got something coming up here in the next 45 minutes or so. Again, thank you. That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Well, thank you. This was a lot of fun. It's so my pleasure. Thanks so much.
I'll get a hold of you on Facebook, and we'll start scheduling some stuff out.
Yeah, friend me, guys.
Awesome.
We'll stay connected.
All right, have a good day.
You.
Much love to you all.
Thanks, Ingrid.
All right, bye.
Very cool. Cool chick.
I like her a lot.
Yeah.
I actually got connected with her in a weird way. I had literally a friend of a friend, and that friend was a psychic. And so I talked to her a few times, but I didn't feel right, or I never had the money to have her do a reading for me. And one day she just messaged me and said, "Hey, Jess, I know sometimes you're tight on cash and you can't necessarily afford my readings. Here's a few names of people you can reach out to." And that's how I got in touch with Ingrid. And she was one of 3, and the other 2 just didn't really respond to me, and she did. And so that just literally $25 is what it cost, and
how long
now
does she
friends.
usually do that reading?
She does she does it in different ways. Like the $25 one, it's every Friday, and you pay $25, and you can give her 3 questions, and she'll either email it to you or send you like a voice recording with your answers. And what's cool about her is that it doesn't just stop there. Like I was saying a minute ago, if you have more questions about one of the questions you asked, she'll just she'll say, "Oh, this is what I felt, and here's why." And or if you go, "Well, you know what I'm saying?" Like she'll continue answering the questions.
She'll elaborate on whatever whatever information she gets. Does she do like talk to your dead, deceased loved ones type?
I don't know
stuff. Have you ever heard it? No.
I know she does past life stuff. I know she does. A lot of what she just did with us here. And she has different ways that she does it. If you want like an hour-long reading over the phone or whatever, it's different ways. But I mean, for a lot of people who don't have a lot of money but really want to have someone like her kind of step into their lives, I mean, $25.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. And I've had a few friends get readings from her, a couple that weren't really super metaphysical or whatever, and they've come back to me going, "Oh my God."
Really?
She's like, oh yeah, my one friend Melissa is like, "Oh my God."
Did you talk to her about us at all before this? No.
You didn't give her any details about us.
Nothing.
No. Long beard, short beard.
Nope.
No beard.
I didn't have freaking time.
Well, she can go on the website and see that I had a longer beard.
Yeah.
She
could have.
We did FaceTime Live too.
Yeah, we did do that too. But
it's true.
But she didn't know you were a big old softie,
That's true.
and that I was an asshole, and that
I'm always looking for stuff, and I got to go for it.
Right.
And, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. No, some of the stuff she said was pretty cool.
Yeah. No, I dug the whole the banner.
She pointed out the banner.
Well, and something funny that obviously I didn't share with you guys, but before I started coming in with you, there was a you all know obviously iHeartRadio, but there was and I did tell you about this part. There was an iHeartRadio show that a friend of mine, sort of friend, was trying to get me into and all this stuff, and it was always just like he would flake and there was block, just whatever. But I was really like setting my sights on it because I'm like, oh man, this could be great for Revive Cleansing, blah 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 blah. And then you and I started chatting, and so I got a reading from her before I really knew what was going on with the iHeartRadio thing, before I knew anything really much about this, and she knew that one wasn't going to work out, and that I needed to continue to keep pushing forward
and
for this kind of a avenue. Or help me out here, avenue.
Does the person at the other place, iHeartRadio?
I like to watch people struggle to talk.
Right.
It's amazing.
Does his first name start with the A?
No.
Okay, good, because he's a friend of mine.
Oh,
So no, Armando Chavez.
No, I've never heard that name.
He was owner of Steel City Rumble.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's one of the reps for iHeartRadio in Pueblo for the Pueblo one.
Oh no, this is Denver.
He took over Steel City Rumble after Gabe was done with it, right?
No, he owned all of it. Gabe,
oh, okay.
Yeah, they essentially were partners.
Oh, that's
I mean, but
because the guy that took it over after